All right, let's get started. So I'll be honest, I did not do a lot of prep for this power hour, so I'm going to kind of wing it, but hopefully we'll get some great stuff done. And it's a good reminder that, we know what to do. If you just think about it for a minute, like we know what to do, and doing it together and giving yourself like specific blocks of time can definitely help with the motivation. So I'm going to go through the process that I always tell my team is important on a daily basis. Like when you sit down and work, what do you do first? The most important thing for us to do is reach out. So trains. So we're going to do some reach outs. I'm going to go snag a message that I love to use for reach outs to people that I have never talked to about Plexus before. And we're going to be brave and we're going to send out 3 of those messages. I'll give us about like 6 minutes-ish. If we don't finish the messages before that, no worries, just make a note to finish later. So go ahead and find who you want to send those messages to while I go snag the verbiage.
Okay, and that's specifically for, or in messaging?
Yeah, you can message to Facebook or text message or, whatever private messaging that you want to use.
Are you gonna post that? You're muted now.
I'll put it in the chat. I'm going to go grab it.
Okay, I just didn't know if you were gonna grab that and put it on.
Yep, I'll put it in the chat. Just got to go find it. Getting there.
So if I have people that I haven't talked to in a long time about it, would that count also? Would that be okay also?
Yeah, that's totally fine. You can just I'll send you 2 messages. I finally got this document open. So here's one of them. Come on. Maybe. Sorry, technical difficulties.
Oh, that's okay. I'm trying to. So.
Okay, here we go. Come on, send. Send. Okay, did you get it? And here's another option. Hey, Stacy, we are doing just our cold reach outs to people we haven't talked about Plexus before. I put 2 script options in the chat, so you can use those if you like. We're just going to do that for a couple more minutes, and then we're going to go on to our next task. Okay, go ahead and finish up whatever message you're on, and just make a note to finish later. You want to do at least 3 every day, a reach out like that. I try to do 5 or more if possible. And the best way that I have found to keep filling my funnel, which we'll talk about in a little bit again, but is to just make new friends every day on Facebook. Whether that's from a group or Facebook suggests friends to me and I start engaging with their content. We talk about this a lot, but I feel like it's important to reiterate it over and over again. It's like you cannot underestimate the power of engaging on other people's content on Facebook and Instagram. But Facebook seems to be where it's at right now with enrollments, for me at least. So if you're consistently engaging with your new friends on Facebook, there will be a point at which you can do a reach out like this. because they'll be seeing your stuff. You'll be taking note, okay, so and so keeps liking my posts. I'm sure they've seen a Plexus post, and then you can send them a message like this. And it's not weird, and it is effective. It's working. So just a little reminder, after you send this message, which for those of you watching the recording, one of the messages is, "Hi, so-and-so, how are you? I hope you're doing great. Hey, I was thinking about you and wondered if you'd seen any of the posts I put up recently about these gut health supplements I've been taking. They're seriously amazing and have helped me with XYZ. I know everyone is thinking about their health right now, and I'd love to share more with you about these products. Could I shoot you a quick video about how they work?" It's very non-pushy, non-salesy, and relational, and it works over and over again. So once you hear someone say yes, then you can either send them the microbiome video or the new triplex video, and say, okay, here's the video. I'll check in with you in a bit to see what stood out to you, and then make sure to follow up, and then take it through the send, share, invite process from there. Cool? Okay, awesome. Next up, we're gonna do follow-ups. So every day you wanna do reach outs, and every day you wanna do follow-ups, okay? Um, Follow-ups are those people that you're in the middle of a conversation, the conversation hasn't finished, or you've started building a relationship and you want to start talking about plexus, or someone's on the fence and you want to check in where they're at, or maybe even sometimes I'll go back 6 months in my messenger and realize, oh, there's someone that I can pick back up and talk to again. So we're going to do those follow-ups, and you have some options with follow-ups, but I think one that would be fun for us to practice today is pick 3 or 4 people that you want to follow up with and find a testimony that you can send to them and say, "Hey, Carrie, I saw this today and it totally made me think of you. I wanted to send it along. Let me know what you think of this." And just let them know that you were thinking about them and sending them a testimony. So go ahead and go do that. You can find testimonies in the Plexus testimonies page. You can just search Facebook. You can look on Roz's page, Good to Great, lots of different places to look. So ready, set, go. I'm going to give you about 6 minutes again. Go ahead and wrap up the one that you're on, and we will move forward in just a moment. Okay, next up, hold on, grab my script. We are going to talk about getting our wholesalers and people who like the products who have not necessarily been interested in the business, or we haven't introduced them to the business yet. We're going to reach out to a couple of those. There are a couple ways that you can do it. And let me just read these to you. So I have one that is for people that you know have been on the products for a while and they've been enjoying it, and just saying how we have these amazing referral bonuses this month. And then the other one is a shout out. So asking them if they'd be willing to do a shout out post for you. These can be very, very successful in getting people added to your team and also more people introduced to the products. Let me give you this one first. I cannot express to you enough what a gold mine your back office is when you utilize messages like these. You can also change up this first one that I'm going to send you to someone that maybe has been off the products for a while. Let them know that they're eligible for these referral bonuses and you'd love to help them get back on their products and be consistent. And here's a way that you can pay for it. So here's the first message. And then that's the one for wholesalers, or you can change it up for people who have their subscriptions off for a while. And then here is the message to ask for a shout out.
That one, that the first one you sent, it
Yeah.
stopped at a 30-minute Zoom about gut health, root healing, and natural energy, and
Oh, sorry.
then it just stopped.
Okay, here's the shout out one. So they're going to be a little separated, but I will send the last part of that other message. Must have been too long. There you go. So with the Zoom, guys, remember that you know enough about the products to do a Zoom for your friends. Just have triplex there, do a brief overview, show them the triplex, maybe show them a couple other things, and then do a Q&A, see what their needs are, make it really relational, maybe throw in a prize, and that's it. Just get them introduced, be super friendly. You don't need someone else to host it for you. You're fully capable of doing it. And it's just a matter of encouraging your friend to, like, say you have 5 to 8 people that you could invite to a Zoom. Because if they invite 5 to 8, you might get 1 or 2 on the Zoom. So go ahead and send a couple of these. You might need to go open your back office. And I'll give you a few minutes to do that.
Okay, so I literally just got an absolutely from a first time reply or send out to send her the video.
Yes. So, yay! See, I told you it works. So what you can do is you can write her back and say, awesome, here's the video. I'll check in with you in a bit to see what stood out to you. Personally, I kind of gauge it by the person. I usually prefer the triplex video, the new one. And I'll say this is our core gut health combo. I'll check in with you. So go ahead and do that. And then I would check in with her again if she's online right now, like in 5 minutes, and say,
Okay.
did you watch it? Did anything stand out to you? Cool?
Okay.
Woohoo! Okay, I know that that wasn't a lot of time for that shout out stuff and posting. So again, make a note. I only have basic Zoom, so we're gonna get kicked off soon. But I wanted to be sure to go through the rest of like important stuff for IPA. So obviously posting is important. And I say this pretty much every week. Anywhere from like 60% personal, 40% plexus, or 80% personal, 20% plexus is a good rule of thumb for posting. And then when you do post plexus, make sure that you mix it up. It's not always a copy paste or a testimony. It's like a picture of you with your pink drink, and you guys are pretty good at this, but like, here I am off to my busy day. So glad I have my magic mommy juice, or something like that. Or something super simple like, did you know that this pink drink helps with inflammation? That's it, like super short. I would consider that a plexus post, and then reaching out to everyone who likes it, everyone who comments on it with a message that says something like, hey, thanks so much for liking this post about my pink drink. I seriously love this stuff. I would love to share more with you. Could I shoot you a quick video about how it works? It works, guys, with those likers on those simple posts. It totally works. We overcomplicate so many things with this business when it can be so straightforward. It's so good to see your face, Stace. Hi. um, so that being said, we're going to think of 2 posts that we want to do today. You can do more, but think of 2 specifically. One strategic post to get engagement. So for example, I did one this morning of what's your favorite podcast, and I'm getting comments like crazy. Like my phone keeps lighting up. So getting that kind of engaging post going is awesome, something with a question or whatever. And then the second post, do a cute, simple plexus post like that today. Like I have my little pink drink picture that I've been hanging on to for a bit, and I'll do something simple with that today. Like, did you know that this stuff actually helps me sleep better and gives me energy, or something? And then I will reach out to everyone who likes and comments on it. So go ahead, I'll give you a couple minutes to think about what you want to do today. I try to separate my posts by 4 hours when possible. Ready, set, go. Just a comment on your comment, Stacy, about you need to get back on posting more. I think once you just have it in your brain, like I need to say something engaging today and something about Plexus today. Even if you do nothing else, it just becomes a habit. And it also, almost when you're busy, it almost makes you simplify even more of like, I don't need to overthink this. I just need to post something. Like you don't want it to look bad or messy or dumb, but it can be so simple. Like my podcast post this morning, I legitimately just need podcast ideas for my walks. And I didn't do a picture or anything. I just did a Facebook background. Super simple. So it can take 1 minute. Or if you're a planner, you can sit down on a Saturday or Sunday for an hour and map out, okay, this is what I'm going to post every day. And then all you have to do is copy and paste for the rest of the week. That's another option as well, depending on your personality. I'm more of a fly by the seat of my pants kind of poster because I'm an Enneagram 4 and I feel different things every day. But planning is also a great idea for those of you that struggle to post consistently. Okay, last thing that I'm going to do as our official task today is to expand your network. This, again, I do it in a fairly simple way. I have like 5 groups that I check in with on a regular basis on Facebook. One is a vegan group that I love. It was hard to find a vegan group where people were nice, by the way. Most vegan groups, people are like so snarky. But once I found that, I engage in there. I friend request maybe 1 or 2 people a week in there. Friend request in another group that's bigger. I'll friend request like 5 or 6 people a week in that other group. Just engage. And then when you have new friends on Facebook, either write a list of who they are or go to your Facebook and sort by recent and just engage on their stuff. And you will be so surprised how many of those people start reaching out to you about Plexus. I promise you. So go ahead and do that. And with that, stories. Your stories are going to be your lifeline while you're making new friends on Facebook every day. Those new friends, they are going to see your stories. Because when you have a new friend, you'll notice you start to see their stories at the top of your page. So they're going to start seeing your stories. You want to have Plexus stuff in your stories. It doesn't have to be perfect, but make it engaging and make sure there's a call to action, whether it's a question bubble or whether it's a poll sticker. Poll stickers work great on Facebook, not so great on Instagram. I do them on Instagram anyway, but something for them to engage with that is simple. Like, does this sound like you? Yes, no. And mix it up with personal and Plexus. But like Ellen Ford said in our training last week, you can just fill your stories with Plexus. That being your storefront is amazing. And it won't come across as offensive like it could if your whole feed was stuffed with Plexus. So don't be ashamed of doing that. So basically what I'm saying is expand your network, but don't leave it there. Engage with other people's content, your new friends' content. Keep a list. I have so many lists, guys. Look, like this is a list of likers and commenters from 1 week's worth of stuff. And most of them are new friends that I've made in groups in the last month or so. So keep the list, engage in their content, and start reaching out. It's about that boldness. That message I gave you at the very beginning goes back. It's the circle of life. You make a friend, you build a relationship, you send a message, they say yes, or you invite them to an event. Speaking of which, I will be doing a messaging blitz this weekend, at least for my team. We'll see. I'll check with Melissa about Passionate Pursuit, but we'll be doing a messaging blitz this weekend for the 3-day group that Diana and I are hosting starting on Tuesday. Events work. We had an event with Roz last night. I'm telling you, get your people into events. Try to be there and be part of it. Sorry, I just got the reminder from Zoom. I signed up 1 and I'm in conversations with 2 more just from the event last night. So it works. It works. It's intentionality and courage. And I can send the same message when I'm feeling like, oh, I'm so embarrassed to send this message. Like, who wants to come to a Facebook event? I don't think they're going to want to come, but here's the message that Bobby told me to send. Or I can send the exact same message with like, yes, this is great. They're going to love this event. They're going to want to come. And I'm telling you, the vibe comes across. It will come across, period. So have confidence in what we're offering in these events because they work. I had a conversation with Andrea about this on the way back from the retreat of like, I'm not an event person. I always said decline when people would invite me to a Facebook event, but I didn't get a lot of personalized invites. And I'm not everybody. And there are a lot of people out there who really enjoy coming to an event like that, having a chance to win some prizes, not having to talk on the phone with someone or get on a Zoom and read about the information on their own time. So there's my 2 cents, and we do have a couple more minutes. So if you guys have specific questions, since there's just a couple of you, about anything that you're struggling with or need help moving forward with, go ahead and unmute yourself and let me know. Almost done, Fina.
Is there someplace as like on the stories? I'm just learning how to do that and
Yes.
to do the stickers or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is
Here,
there?
I'll show you. I'll do my best to show you on my phone. So here is here's my feed. Can you see it? And then I'll click the button to do stories, which is right here. It's a little plus sign. You can pick a picture from your camera roll, or you can do like text. If I pick a picture from my camera roll, there's like these little icons on the side right here.
Okay.
And the top one is stickers. So you click on that. And right here, I don't know if you can see it, but it says poll.
Okay.
You click on that. And you can write a question, or you can just push the space bar to get rid of that if you want. And you can edit. It says yes, no as a default. I tend to like to do 2 positive things. So I'll be like, yes. And the other one will say, absolutely. You know, so it's like 2 yes options. And you can move it around. You can make it bigger, smaller.
Okay.
I like to do my question in my own text font. So I'll push the letters. There's like AA right here.
Yeah.
And you can write your own text. It just shows up better. And there's different fonts you can use if you push the thing that says headline right now.
Okay.
It changes the font. If you see
and does the poll thing come through on that, or is that just what?
Yeah, so when I post this, when I say share to story, it'll go in my stories and people can vote on the poll. I might have one up in my stories right now that I can show you. Let's see. So stories will stay up for 24 hours.
Mhm.
You do have a story archive. You can go
Mhm.
back and look later. Mine is struggling to pull up right now. But what happens when people vote on your poll, you'll see a percentage. So when you look at your story, like, here, I'm going to try to find one that someone voted on. Maybe. No one actually voted on this one, but let's say 50% voted for this one and 50% voted for that one.
Mhm.
That's what would show up. And down here, you can just swipe up and it'll show you who voted.
Okay.
So you can see, oh, so-and-so wants to see it. And you can message that person. You just click on their name, message them, hey, I saw you voted on my poll. I would love to help you out. I actually would message anyone who saw a whole story series, whether it's 2 slides, 5 slides, whatever. If it's about plexus, I would write to all of them, especially people I have never reached out to before, and be like, hey girl, how are you? Your name popped up in my stories today. It was so great to see your name pop up. I would love to share more with you about these products. Could I shoot you a quick video? And I'll actually send them a picture of the slide.
Okay.
And you can save your slides by clicking on these 3 dots right up here
Okay.
and say, save this story, save.
Okay.
And it'll save to your camera roll. So then you can just send it in a message. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Stacy is gone. So if you have any other questions, we have about 3 minutes. Otherwise, I will let you go.
I don't think so. If I
All
do,
right.
I'll message you.
Cool. Sounds good. Well, thanks for coming.
Sure. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.